Good evening, everyone. So glad you could join our team Zoom tonight. It's a busy time of the month, being the month end, which is what we're going to talk about tonight. And Dr. Gerry Whistler, our dear LifeVantage friend, he is going to lead this conversation. And I just want to say that he's an amazing person who we all appreciate so much. He's the one that has done so much of the work on our Facebook groups, the Life Tree Facebook groups. He's married, has a beautiful wife, Priscilla, and he has 3 adult children. He's also a dentist in the Air Force in Virginia, and he's the director of a general dentistry program. So with that, Gerry, I'm just going to turn it over to you. Thank you so much. It's just an honor to have you share with us tonight.
Great. Thanks for inviting me to share. Appreciate the chance to just kind of do a little tour. I really Julie mentioned that we want this to be a conversation because I'm not necessarily the expert on all this, and so as we process through, I just kind of want to walk through, especially for some new people, just how to get around on the website, kind of what kind of things to look for when we talk about month end. Mark likes to call it the 2-minute drill because he's a football fanatic. Basically, this is just one squirrel showing the other squirrels where he found the acorns. So this is a month-end checklist, and this is what comes up. Hopefully, I as an announcement on the Team Life Tree list, and what we want to do for our checklist. So we want to make sure that you have a personal order of at least 40 PV. This is so we can get paid. You want to make sure that your PV, your personal volume, which includes your personal customers, is at least 200 points in volume. And then you want to check your organizational volume for rank advancement opportunities for you and for anybody that you've enrolled. And then follow up with anybody you've already reached out to that's not given you a solid yes or no. And check your holding tank. Julie's going to talk a little bit about holding tank. We'll do that kind of minimally. And then when in doubt, call somebody else. Call a lifeline. What was that TV, that game show? Anyway, so we just want to walk through this a little bit. So when you go to your Facebook page, there's a login screen. Now, we're going to talk about getting to your Evo or your back office. This is the way I know how to do it. Julie just types Evo up in the menu bar and it takes her straight there. But this is the new kind of circuitous way to get there. So push login. I'm going to move these pictures out of the way for me. Push login. Enter your username and password. And it'll give you back the same exact screen. Absent, it'll have your name up here. And so you click that one more time and you'll get a drop-down menu. You want to go down here to where it says My Business and click Virtual Office. And it'll take you on your back office. And so there's a number of things on this page, but we want to concentrate on our PV. So click on that green bar. Hopefully it's green. And it'll show you what your personal volume is. You want it to be at least 40. And this shows 445, which is over 200 for personal volume, including customers for the month. And then, oh, I didn't show how to do that, did I? Let's see. So if you'll go down to qualifying volume or organizational volume and click on that bar, it'll give you a box like this, only it'll be populated with usernames and their names, and then what the current volume for each person is. And some of these are customers, some of them are distributors, and where you can look there. But there's probably a better place to look as we're tracking where our volume is. This is a reminder screen. If you'll go to downline menu and click detailed genealogy, it'll take you to this screen, and you can set that from level 0 to level, I think Julie says she sets hers at 1,000. I just set mine on 3 so that I didn't cover up my whole screen. But you can check distributor, preferred customer, retail customers, however you want to do it. But at the end of the month, you probably want to be tracking how your distributors are doing. So check on that. You can also click on Format and select the columns you want displayed. And so I minimized the columns so it wasn't going to be so cluttered for this. And then you want to check Update Report over here, and it'll give you a spreadsheet like this. And I talked to Julie that if you will go here to where it says organizational volume on the current month and select that, it'll sort the whole spreadsheet by the organizational volume. Actually, usually if you click it once, it'll sort them 0 to the big numbers. And if you click it twice, it'll start with whoever has the biggest organizational volume down to 0. So this is really helpful. So you can look at this. Of course, the names are all blued out over here. But see who is close to a rank advancement here, and then you can go over and give them a call or give them some help. And so that's where we find those pictures. We're back to that screen. Did I go through that too fast? Any questions?
I think you did great with that, Gerry. One of the things, if there's new people on here, just so everybody realizes that with your personal volume, it's whatever you personally order and your personally enrolled customers. So it's that combination. If you are brand new and you don't have any customers yet, you can make your 200 PV order yourself as well. So, yep. And then what I do is I always print off the sheets that are in the detailed genealogy. I print them off, and then I just go through and I highlight.
You print this off?
Yes.
You print this page off?
Yep, I print those pages off, and then I go through and I look at each person, make sure that they have the correct PV so that they're going to get paid, because once in a while, you know, something might happen that somebody's order didn't go through or something like that. And then, like you said, Gerry, you know, look for if they're at least at their paid as rank, and hopefully they're moving towards the next rank, and maybe they're, you know, close to the next rank. So if they are, it's an opportunity to help them to rank up to the next rank.
How do you just do a print screen, or do you copy and paste it into a spreadsheet, or how do you print that?
No, I just go to File and go to Print, and then it comes up there, and then I just print it out.
Okay.
It's just easier than just working on the computer, because, you know, you can highlight things and
sure
and all that. So that's what I like to do. It's easier for me.
Debbie. Debbie just mentioned it's good to know that if your customer upgrades to distributor, that their volume no longer counts as your personal volume anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you, Debbie.
So the other thing Julie asked me to show is how to get at the holding tank. And so if you go to the downline menu, there's a holding tank here, and you click on that and it'll take you here. I don't have anybody in mind. Julie, you want to explain what you do with your holding tank?
With your holding tank, it's just a place where you can place people where you want them in your organization. So, you know, that's a whole nother training, really, you know, how to place people. Probably most of us have heard, you know, Jackie share about a family leg, and if people are related to each other, you know, friends or whatever, they might want to be in the same leg. As far as customers, if we place people on that third level, we're going to get paid the 9%. And then sometimes I have personally, sometimes if somebody, you know, maybe there's somebody on my team that's like, you know, just needs a little bit more to reach a paid as rank or a new rank, I might place somebody, customer under them on occasion. So yeah, it's, you know, the holding tank is just there for placement. I always type in the person's ID number, and then I always be sure to click verify so that you can be sure you're getting them under the right person.
Okay, so from the holding tank, can you place them from the holding tank?
Yes, that's the whole purpose of the holding tank. It's where instead of having to call customer service to get somebody placed where you want them, you can do it yourself. Okay. So you just click on that, and you have the opportunity to type in the person's ID number that you want to place them under, and then you click on verify to make sure you have it correct, and then you just confirm it and it is placed. If you do make a mistake, you can always call customer service if it's still within that 30-day period, because we only have the 30 days to place somebody. They should be able to correct it for you.
Don't leave it too long.
Right.
And if you want that first month's volume from that customer to count towards someone else's volume, you need to do that, of course, before the end of the current month.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah, because with the daily pay, with the Smart Start bonus pay out pretty quickly, right?
It does pay out quickly, and that's why we need to make sure that we all have everyone set up on a subscription order, because if you don't have your monthly order going out, you could, with this daily pay, you could miss, you could miss one of your bonuses. So always, even a brand new distributor has to have a subscription set up.
So let me ask too, I like to do my subscription on the 5th, so it's in and over with by the end of the, before the month gets rolling, so I can see what I have.
Right.
I'm not very aggressive about encouraging people to use the 5th, but do you have thoughts about that, where we have our subscription during the month?
No, I don't think it matters actually where we have it, but I agree with what your theory is about, if it's at the beginning of the month, it definitely does help us to see, a clearer picture of where we're at and what's happening. But as long as we have the monthly subscription rolling out every month, we'll be fine.
Right.
Another thing you can do with that downline subscription report, one of the fields that you can print in that report is their batch day. What day their auto ship batch goes out, their auto ship order. And
Sure.
So I have sometimes picked that batch day and then sorted it using that field. And it's not foolproof, because people can change their auto ship orders anytime. But
Sure.
at least let me know kind of how many people we still have that are going to be putting in their order later in the month.
Okay.
Very good, Debbie. Thank you.
So we good with that? Do we want to switch over to the?
Were you going to share about the striking distance?
Oh, yes. I need to do that from here anyway. Okay, so there's another menu that might be helpful once you move along, is the striking distance menu right here. And it takes you to a page here, so you can look for Pro 3 to up, and you can set the percentage, how close they are to that rank, and it'll list them here. Because I'm Pro 2, I don't have anybody that's close to Pro 3, so. But for the Pro 5s and 6s, that becomes a bigger deal, because those are the people you want to be working with, right? You want to say something about that, Renee? You use the striking distance menu a lot?
I do. It helps you, instead of having to go through your entire genealogy, it's just an at a glance of folks who are within striking distance of rank advancing. So it kind of gives you a footprint, sort of just a quick shot of who's closing in, and by percentages, who's within 15%, who's within 30% of hitting that rank. So at any point really in the month, you can check on those folks and see who's closing in on a new rank, and maybe pour some energy there.
Sure. One of the things Julie mentioned wanting to accomplish on this was to take a look at the product page and shopping, and talk maybe a little bit about ProBio. So just the new look of the web page, is amazing. But if you hit shop up here, it will take you to the shopping page. And the first thing you get is what we all want, is the specials, right? So you can see what's on special. It's really cool. They added this the little bonus, where it goes here. How many days are left for the special? I think that's awesome. And so we just have 1 day, 5 hours, 42 minutes, and 24, 23, 22 seconds on the monthly specials, and then the new old refining mask that's returned is on special for 9 more days. I don't know what the day that puts us at. Probably the 8th, 7th or 8th of July. So, any comments about that? Well, good. I will move.
Wait, I wasn't back there. Did they change the date?
What's that?
Did I miss something today?
I was surprised too. I thought that the True Science was just going to be for this month. Is that what you were thinking, Renee?
Exactly what I thought. I thought it was over. I was
Right. But
heavily promoting it to my team. I even donned a face mask. I'm not a big face mask wearer, COVID.
okay.
But I donned a face mask.
Okay. Well,
One, and just to kind of show that, yeah, it's a real deal.
well,
And
that's neat.
when I got through, I looked like I was 17 years old. So I think some folks bought it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Making no claims. I'm making
Yeah, it looks like the brain bundles are only good for this month, but I did hear them say that the mask was while supplies last, so maybe that's how they're running that. I'm not sure. So I know they could be gone at any time if they run out. So
Maybe they're just guessing in 9 days, 5 hours, 40 minutes, and 47 seconds. It'll be out. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to show is just as an example is the probiotic is if you scroll down, well, one way to get to the probiotic is just up in the search to type. And if you type pro, you're going to get all kinds of stuff. But if you type probio, it leaves that all out there by itself, along with distributor packs. But if you click on that, it'll take you to the probiotic page, and there's a lot of information. So just general things. And I know compliance has been getting on us about making sure we say things that are compliant. Well, everything on the website is compliant, and it's plenty of information. So there's just a brief description of what it is, a list of bullet points of benefits that you can actually say, the science behind smart probiotics, talks a little bit more about more information there.
And Gerry,
Scroll
did you
down
put
farther,
that-
there's,
sorry.
go ahead, frequently asked questions, and then just the ingredients. And if you click on the little carrots, it'll open and tell you about each of the ingredients.
And those links are movable. So if you have someone who's interested in the probiotic, you can actually make sure you're in your site, and then go up and that bar, the information there, what am I trying to call it? The URL. It's got your name and then that in
Here?
probiotic, right? You can grab that, copy that, and paste that right into Messenger, into an email, so that the person that you're sending it to sees the exact same page, and they can order it straight from that link if they decide.
Right.
Pretty cool.
yeah, that's really great.
Um,
Well, Mark and Krista had encouraged us to do a little on product education from time to time. So I wanted to just point out two things about the probiotics. And, you know, all of our products are science-based. So the two really big things with the ProBio, Gerry, if you can go down again and to where they are, the one is the BioTrack technology. You know, that's the patented technology that actually delivers the probiotics into our intestinal tract where it's needed the most, in the large and small intestine where 80% of our immune system is. So that's one big advantage. We've all seen those circle graphs where it shows that, you know, most probiotics, if they don't have some kind of a technology like this, only like 4 to 6% is actually going to, you know, reach to that gut area, whereas ours is like 60 to 70%. And then for our probiotic, it's like getting 2 products in one, because Wellmune is sold in and of itself. And that's also has peer reviews on it. And it's really going to be helpful to strengthen our immune system and get rid of some of those bad guys that are attacking our immune system. And there's an awesome little video. It's only about 2 minutes long, and I recently posted it in on Lifetree Science. I posted a video on the ProBio and a video on Wellmune. So that's something that you could tag people in, because that little video that on Wellmune, I love it. I think it's you know, really informative.
Yeah.
So, and then we have all these, you know, questions and answers, and a lot of the products have printouts too. I'm not sure if there is I don't think there is there a printout on the way down on the bottom? Go all the way down.
Oh, let's see.
I guess I think there is on everything. Yeah.
Downloads, frequently asked questions, and information sheet.
Yeah. So those are things you can print out for people if, you know, if you're looking for a handout, which is nice. And again, like Renee said, you can, you know, bring that information sheet up, and you can, you know, copy the URL and paste it in an email, paste it in a text or in the messenger. So yeah, awesome.
So this is the information sheet that's on there, and so it's a flyer that if you wanted to print that out or download it and email it to someone, has the information from the website, because some people like paper.
Yeah, that's great to know, Gerry. I just recently, I mean, just this last week, one of my distributors is working with a woman who doesn't have an email address. And so we're just thinking about creative ways to get information to her. She, you know, no computer and no internet access there. So I said, well, you know, there's the print and word, and there are a lot of wonderful printed products that LifeVantage offers, just to get that information down on a piece of paper. And some people might prefer that even if they do have computer access, just so they can hold it and study it and highlight and really find the information that they're looking for. I love these handouts. And I wish I could remember who it was during a presentation, was just saying, you know, our products are good all by themselves without being exaggerated. And when we're frustrated with trying to think, well, you know, what can we say that's compliant, or can we say any testimonies? What can we share? There is an amazing amount of information here that we can use that is perfectly compliant and that is attractive and really answers a lot of people's questions.
I think about the probiotic as really foundational to get the gut healthy, so that the Tri-Synergizer works better, the Omega product absorbs better. Yeah, just so all of it. So I start my day with an Axio and my probiotic and my fat burn to get the B vitamins and all that. Not that I'm trying to burn fat. I don't really like that term, fat burn. I think it's misleading, because it does help with that, but it's to target visceral fat to keep your weight in balance, and it's healthier, you know, to get rid of that kind of fat targeted. But the probiotic, I think, is foundational, so that your body is going to absorb the rest of us things that we're encouraging people. So they put it in a stack, right? So we have the ultimate stack that we're not talking about as much, it seems like, but with the probiotic, the prebiotic, the Tri-Synergizer, and the Omega together, certainly way to go for optimal health, right? So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're so
yeah.
right.
So Is there anything else we want to look at, explore? Somebody have a question? Is there somebody new that's on here that said that we brought up something that made you go, what did he just say? Then, let's hear from you, because this is an opportunity for some family time.
And while people are thinking whether or not they have a question, I also am just like super excited to hear today that Debbie Packard qualified for the Pro 5 Summit. Let's give her an applause.
You will love it.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Thank you, Julie. I can hardly believe it, but I can believe it because, as Renee has already said, our team and this group of people are amazing. And everyone on this call are just part of the community that makes it all happen. So I'm super pumped.
Yes, absolutely. Well, congratulations. You certainly deserve it. And
Thank you.
I'm just excited. I'm so excited for you to go.
Debbie,
I
will you
wanted
be
to
going
mention-
in September?
Go ahead. Yeah, it's in September.
You
Yeah.
will love Northern Utah in September.
I can't wait. September is my birthday month, and fall is my favorite season, and I just think it's going to be a trip of a lifetime. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yep.
I wanted to mention something, Julie, that just came up today in a conversation with one of our new but growing distributors. You were talking about placement and putting people where we can get that 9% commission. And it's an amazing thing that we can do that. But we were putting it together today for her that you can place people there at any time if you have a place where that puts them in the third position, but we don't actually get paid that third level of commission until we reach Pro 2 qualification. And so we might have people in that position, but in order to benefit from that, we've got to get up to Pro 2 so that we can reach that level of commission payment. And so it's a great incentive to not only place people there, but then also just reach that Pro 2 and then keep at that level or higher so that every month we can make use of that opportunity to get paid 9% on everybody on that third level.
Yes, Debbie, that's a very, very important point to make. That's so true. Yeah. So, until you reach Pro 2, you probably want to just put them on your second levels, because otherwise you won't get paid on them until you get to Pro 2. So yeah, very good. Very good.
Julie, do you have anything else, or
No, I'm just,
do you have a question?
I see
I have a
something.
question. I'm sorry. May I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, Diane.
Please.
Hi. I'm sorry, I came in late. You're talking about just your back office. That's where you are accessing all of these pieces from.
Right.
Has the app that we've downloaded, I've downloaded in the past, can you access everything from that? I've had a lot of trouble with the app. I've called, I've uninstalled, reinstalled. Is that something that you guys are aware of that's going to be working better, or is it just me and my, backcountry internet or something? I don't know. Or maybe my devices.
Well, I know people use the app, but I mean, I personally haven't used it a lot. Has anybody else, Gerry or Renee, have you used it a lot?
I'm using it quite a bit. Diane, to your question, it's not as thorough as your back office.
Right.
Your Evo, it's just not as thorough. It's another at a glance. What I like about the app is that ability, first of all, to send someone a link from it.
Right.
And say that you don't want to give out your personal phone number to someone. Let's say it's someone that you don't know all that well. The conversations that you have in the app, the text messages, actually it's sort of like a business line for you, and that's pretty cool. The other thing that I like with the app is that it tells you if any of your personally enrolled customers or personally enrolled distributors orders don't ship on the 5 ship days. So you know immediately if someone maybe has a card that has expired, or I had a friend that I was talking to today, she's downline, but her order failed because she had gotten a new card and had not yet put it into our system. So both of them are great. But I really like that aspect of the app of finding out at a glance from the moment that the orders ship. You will know. Now you won't know downline, but you will know if your personally enrolled customers or distributors' orders didn't make it out, so that you can contact them and a week doesn't go by or 2 weeks and you go, oh my gosh, it's the end of the month. Where's that other 40 PV I was looking for? And it was a customer who's ordering. And they'll go, oh, I'll just get it next month. It's the last thing I want. You know,
I have to say that I have a lot of trouble with the app, and I'm down in the woods and I have a lot of trouble with internet, so I think that's why. But I agree with you, Renee, that it is cool to have that ability, and I'm hoping I can get better at it. But I sympathize with you, Diana. I don't know if it's the app or the application of the app.
Are you guys on Android by chance?
No, I'm on an iPhone and I'm on DSL, but the Wi-Fi often doesn't work if there's any atmospheric disturbance, and we've had a lot of that in Georgia recently with a lot of rain and thunder and
you know, and Sahara Desert with dirt on top of us. But yeah, and maybe get on your data on your phone if you have that capability. And it's, again, it is not the same as the back office. I wish they were more alike, and I'd heard they're working on
Right.
that. Is, if there's a cool tool, it's.
I have unlimited data. I just, I think it's a technology problem with my particular provider, and I've looked on the internet and, seen the maps of coverage, and it's the best one for this area. So
Okay.
we're just down in the hole. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know that LifeVantage is continually, working on the app to just improve its capabilities and things like that. But yeah, I think right now they're kind of running a beta program on it. So,
So that means some days are better than others.
yeah.
A beta, yeah. Some days are definitely better than others. You will find
right.
beta that you'll find that it doesn't always hold your login information. So if there's something that, if you like having that always there every time you go to that website, it remembers your username and password and all. When we're in beta with any website or any like Julie said, because they're refreshing it so much and making changes, that one of the drawbacks is that it will not often remember that information. So use it as you can.
Right. And I see that Peter has a question here about the handouts. So Peter, when you go to shop and you click on a product, if you go all the way to the bottom of the information, there's a couple printouts that you can print out on the products to give to people. So, all right. Well, I want to thank everybody for being on here tonight. I want to thank Dr. Gerry Whistler for doing a fantastic presentation. And for for Debbie and Renee, just all the value that you shared tonight. We so appreciate each and every one of you. We want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And so anyway, with that, I guess we'll call it a wrap tonight. So thanks everybody, and have a great end of the month. And Debbie, congratulations again to you for just getting to go to that Pro 5 Summit. What a wonderful, wonderful opportunity that is. And just remember the things that you learned tonight. And again, if you go onto the Team Lifetree Facebook group, you can see that list there that Gerry shared tonight. So thank you so much. We love you all, and just hope you have a great rest of the month and rest of the week.
Happy Independence Day.
Yeah, happy
Bye,
4th of July. Absolutely. All right, bye for now.